What is up, you freaky folks? My name is Nick, and welcome to my channel, where I cover all things horror. Whatever you're watching, I'm making videos about, and I hope you all had a happy Halloween. Thank you all so much for the support throughout the month of October. I really appreciate it, and I'm back with your monthly dose of Netflix recommendations, so let's just get right the fuck into it, shall we? Number 10 is Piercing, a dramatic thriller about a typical businessman who heads out on a trip, checks into a hotel, and plans on murdering a sex worker. Turns out, he orders up more than he can handle. This comes to us from director Nicholas Pesk, who did The Eyes of My Mother, as well as the most recent Grudge film, so definitely hit or miss, but I thought it was an interesting and entertaining tug-of-war of a film with a gorgeous 70s giallo aesthetic.
Is everything alright, sir?
Everything's fine.
You could still kill him.
What?
Number 9 is Easy A teen comedy starring Emma Stone as a girl who creates a false reputation for herself as a hoe in order to be popular, only to find that the attention backfires as she finds out how society really feels about her. Teen comedies make up a subgenre that I will always have a soft spot for, but I think that Easy A stands out with solid acting, a good script, and hilarious execution.
I will be keeping my eye on our government's money and off your perfectly formed house.
Number 8 is Casino Royale, the James Bond reboot that goes back to the beginning. Daniel Craig takes over the iconic role as he goes up against a diabolical gambler while discovering his greatest love. I have to admit to you guys that I am a huge James Bond fan. It is the first franchise that I really got into as a kid, and I have to admit, I didn't really care for this movie when it came out. It just really didn't click with me, but I rewatched it as a full-grown adult, and I have to say, it did click with me. This movie is fantastic. It is so good, from the writing to the acting to the action sequences. It has everything you want out of a fun James Bond thrill ride. Number 7 is Unfriended, a supernatural thriller about a group of teens in a video chat who are attacked by a paranormal entity linked to their past actions. This is like found footage. The director of Searching referred to this format as screen life, but however you feel about it, even though this might be a very simple little horror film, I think it's the final destination of the 2010s that we needed a lot more of.
People actually get stuff?
You know, if your counselor catches you using, you can get kicked out of here.
I don't plan on discussing it with him.
Too late.
Number 6 is 28 Days, a Sandra Bullock comedy about an alcoholic woman who enrolls in a treatment program for 28 days where she must battle her demons but also fall in love because it's a Sandra Bullock movie. Do I love her? Yes, I was born in the 90s, don't get it twisted. I have to say, as we call for greater representation across the board in the world of film, this is a big budget dramedy from the early 2000s, written by a woman, directed by a woman, and led by a female star, so I say it definitely deserves a watch.
I'm so glad you're here. We've got a lot to talk about. So much to celebrate tonight.
Number 5 is The Invitation, a psychological thriller from director Karan Kusama that stars Logan Marshall Green as a man who visits his ex-wife for a dinner party where all sorts of past troubles collide with paranoia of the present, leading to one of the most anxiety-inducing film experiences you'll ever have. I have recommended this movie a few times in different videos, and I will continue to recommend it as long as it is easily available to stream. If you haven't already watched The Invitation, go in as blind as possible, but know that it feels like the most twisted Friendsgiving that you would never want to be caught dead at.
We don't see you for 2 years, and then all of a sudden, we get invited to this lavish dinner. Don't tell me that this is normal.
Number 4 is Troy, a film adaptation of Homer's The Iliad. This ancient Greek tale is about a man who steals some other dude's wife, so that guy sends a bunch of soldiers to start a war to get her back, but all you really need to know is that Brad Pitt and Eric Bana look sexy while doing badass war stuff. Period piece epics aren't generally my thing, but this one has it all going on, especially if Greek mythology interests you.
Immortality! Take it! It's yours!
Number 3 is Bad Teacher, a comedy about the worst middle school teacher ever, played by Cameron Diaz, who is dumped by her rich fiancé, so she devises a plan to scam as much money as possible to get breast implants so she can win over a new rich guy. How is this the plot of a film? Doesn't matter. While inappropriate and raunchy comedies aren't as celebrated as they were 10 years ago, I gotta say, I love this movie. I think it is one of the funniest comedies I've ever seen. It's truly in my top 3, like, favorite comedies ever.
Are you excited for tomorrow?
Is tomorrow Saturday?
No, it's the first day of school.
Yeah, I'm not gonna go to that.
But it's mandatory.
Ooh.
Number 2 is Django Unchained, a Quentin Tarantino movie, so it's all the genres. Jamie Foxx plays a slave who teams up with a bounty hunter to find his wife and save her from a brutal plantation owner. Tarantino is actually quite hit or miss for me. I prefer a lot of his less popular films and don't care for a lot of his more popular films, but this movie is a wild ride and exactly what I want more of out of Quentin Tarantino.
I like the way you die, boy.
Gentlemen, you had my curiosity, but now you have my attention.
Number 1 is Casper. This spooky family film is about a ghost hunter and his daughter who move into a creepy old mansion where they encounter Casper the friendly ghost. This was one of my favorites as a kid, and I really wanted to watch it on Halloween, so thank you so much, Netflix, for adding it on November 1st. You're the best. But you know what I realized? It's Halloween all year round here at Watch This Now, so watch Casper.
You guys are disgusting, obnoxious creeps. Thank you.
And now for my bad movie recommendation of the month, because there has to be at least one. I gotta talk about Splice. Have you seen Splice? I mean, talk about a bonkers ass movie. This sci-fi thriller is about a pair of scientists who create a genetically modified humanoid creature thing that they raise kind of as their child. And then it completely spirals out of control. And I can't say any more because you should really just take my word for it and just go right into it and expect it to all turn out fine. It's fine. And before I go, let me quickly recommend His House, a new supernatural horror film that is on the service. It's about a pair of refugees from Nigeria who end up in England and find themselves dealing with paranormal activity in their new house. I'll give my mini review here. I was really into the characters and their relationship towards the beginning of the movie, but as those supernatural horror elements came into play, I wasn't as invested with their characters. But then towards the end, there are some reveals and some turns, and it all comes together. Overall, it really has great acting and some really interesting filmmaking techniques that I think really punch it up. And I'd give His House a 3.5 out of 5. You should definitely watch it. That is my list of the best movies to watch on Netflix in the month of November. Let me know what your favorites are in the comments, and let me know if there's anything you want to see here on the channel. Like this video if you want to see more what to watch videos, share it with all of your streaming loving friends if you feel like it, follow me on Instagram if you're interested, and subscribe to my channel because I need all of the subscribers in the world, duh. But hit that bell and turn on your notifications, that way you don't miss my videos once they're uploaded because I'm a tiny little baby YouTuber. YouTube's algorithm, they don't want to push my stuff out. I kind of have to beg that you refresh my page all day long until something new pops up, because otherwise you'll never see it. Thanks again, you guys. I truly do appreciate your support. That's it for this video, but I won't stop you from watching another.